Hi, my name is Nadia, and I am making this video to discuss the Montgomery Brawl. I debated on whether or not to make the video at all, but I prayed about it, and I thought hard and long. I used to go out and I'd march and I'd protest against segregation and against racial injustices. And not just for people that looked like me, but for other people as well. I've done my time holding signs and, shouting for peace. And I'm tired of waiting for it to happen. I'd like to see it happen, at least for my children, and their future. And I don't think that's going to happen unless we stand together. So first, when I heard about the video, my first response was, Alabama? Like, really? Alabama? Did you not learn anything? So I find it amusing because in school, they had me read the letter from the Birmingham jail by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And it's super long, and I'll do my best to summarize it for you. I suggest that you read the whole thing, though, because he quotes Socrates, he talks about the Apostle Paul, he talks about Jesus, it's just really well written, and there's no way that I can, express everything that he expressed as well as he expressed it. If you're not aware, Dr. Martin Luther King had came down to Alabama to do what we call direct action, which is instead of fighting violence with violence, or I don't know what other options, not doing anything, or just like calling or begging and pleading, like, please stop hurting, our people. Instead, you either do like sit-ins, or you use your body, and you put your body up. And in his letter, he even says that, like, they went through training saying, like, can you get hit without hitting back, and things like that. So in the letter, he's being criticized for untimely using direct action. So for peacefully protesting, they're saying that he did it at the wrong time. And his response is the same as my response. When Black people are being hurt today, then it is the day that we respond. It is the time to respond. And although I would like to not speak, I don't feel like I have the right to not speak. If you know me personally, then you know that I have, for a better way of putting it, rainbow children. I have a daughter that is Black and white, and I had a son that was Hispanic, and I sent her to school in California, and she came home and she said, Mom, you have to unenroll me from that school because they have like gangs, and I either have to be in like the Black gang or the white gang or the Hispanic gang. And if you don't unenroll me, like today, like then I'll be in a fight tomorrow. And I can't fight someone that looks like my mom, or that looks like my dad, or that looks like my brother. And I mean, that's one reason why I'm making this video. But another reason is, in my lifetime, I have seen so much violence, so many, I mean, it hurts to even say it, so many times in which injustices occurred. And, you know, I've seen brown men in handcuffs being choked by police officers. I've been beat by police officers to the point where I had to take a milk bath because it was the only thing that would stop the pain, from what I read. And I don't like to talk about it, you know? I didn't even file a report. I mean, all it made me do, and I'm not talking about like years ago, and I wasn't doing anything that in any way justified it. I didn't strike first. Or attack anyone. But, you know, I was thinking, you know, have things changed? Have they gotten any better? And in some ways they have, but in some ways things are still the same. And, you know, I'm sorry that this video is going to be kind of long, but I do want to say that, you know, I had a Cuban man call me stupid. He said that Black people in the United States are stupid because we don't unite and we don't stick together and help each other, you know? And, I mean, he wasn't saying it to be mean at all, but he said, like, in Cuba, it's different. Not only do they unite with each other, but they also unite with the other races as well. And, you know, at no point do I advocate or, you know, promote violence of any kind. But I'm tired of saying to my kids, do not hit back. I'm tired of turning the other cheek. I'm tired of raising my kids to turn the other cheek. I'm tired of watching parents of other races tell their kids to hit back when I'm telling my kid not to hit back. And my response to what happened in Montgomery is, thank God that those people helped that man and fought back. I was shocked and appalled to see it happen again, especially in Alabama, you know. Anyway, I looked up, before I decided to make this video, I wanted to reread the letter from the Birmingham jail. And there's a quote that I wanted to read. So it says, "We know through painful experience that freedom is never voluntarily given by the oppressor. It must be demanded by the oppressed." And so, he's right. We have to stand up. We have to take action. We have to fight back. You know, I know that my children and myself, we are not weak at all. we are kind. And as I was discussing the situation with someone else, I said, a lot of times our kindness is mistaken for weakness. We choose not to fight back. We choose not to hurt. I tell my kids not to fight because my kids are so strong that they will hurt someone. But I don't want to watch my kids get hit. And I don't want them to grow up and get beat up. And I think that I know, I can hear all the statements on the other side, but I think that if you're on the other side of my argument, then I beg you to understand that it has been time after time of oppression that has ignited a situation like this. We have stood by and watched our people get beat and jumped and tried to do the right thing, tried to call the police and watch the wrong person go to jail, or go to jail if we're calling, I'm shocked and so angry, and more angry, I think, at the women that jumped into that fight to hit that black man than I am. Because men fight, so that part, I get it. But for women to jump in while someone is already getting jumped, it's like, come on, that's a different level of just disgust and anger. So anyway, the purpose of my videos is to hopefully get people thinking, and also to try to find ways to donate or to get, so that if people want to help out, they can. So I'm going to do a search for the cash apps of the people that fought back, and I'd like to request that each of us send $3. If 100 people send it, it's $300. If 1,000, that's $3,000, and that can go towards lawyer fees. I know a lot of people are thinking, the man with the chair that hit the woman went too far, and I understand why they feel that way. But it has gone on way too long for the retaliation to be criticized. And Dr. Martin Luther King says that too in his letter, way better than I can. He says something like, I understand how you're appalled at what we did, but where is that same disgust for what's been happening for so long? So anyway, I wanted to end it with a poem that they, made us read in school. So it's says that they came for the socialists, and I didn't speak because I wasn't a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I didn't speak because I wasn't a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I didn't speak because I wasn't a Jew. And then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me. So that's why I'm speaking. Have a good night.